Hey everyone, my name is Dayton Thompson, and I am usually behind the scenes, but today I'm out front for the intro because Ben and Keith dropped the ball and went off for their New Year's. However, I'm excited to introduce the Sundance re-release of episode 2, Watch Out for the Ice. I enjoyed it when it came out the first run, but I think y'all might enjoy it even more this go. So please do enjoy.
On your left.
You're listening to Doc Walks with Ben and Keith.
We are rolling.
Oh, where's my phone? I need that.
You can't go to Sundance without your phone. Check. Windscreen adjustment. Check. Oh, almost forgot my glasses. We're going to get out of this condo one day, Keith. All right. What do you think, Keith? You ready?
Yep, I'm just plugging in the walking directions.
Closing the condo door. And we're off.
And here we go. All right, thank you, robot. All right, according to my phone, it is 31 degrees here in Park City. Today's high is 31 degrees, so this is as warm as it is gonna get. The low is 15 degrees, which is not so bad because when we got here last night, I think the low was 8 degrees.
It was very, very cold last night. Walking back from the party, I was struggling.
This is almost like a balmy 31. I feel pretty good.
Well, is this where we should talk about how you talked me into coming here and I said I didn't want to? I'm actually fairly uncomfortable being in a film festival where I am not showing work. I feel like I'm crashing a party in some way. And so being here to record our podcast makes me feel a little more like I belong, but I would say in general, I feel a little bit like an outsider here.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. I do feel like I twisted your arm a little bit and maybe even tricked you a little bit just so I wouldn't have to wander these streets by myself, but...
Okay, Keith, so what are we doing?
We are walking down Deer Valley Drive into the heart of Park City.
And why are we here?
Why are we here? I always look at Sundance as kind of like the kickoff of the new year. It's like the calendar year begins here, late January in Park City. And what happens here over the course of the next 5 or 6 days, in a way, can kind of set the tone for how this year just may go.
Right, and we are here at a pivotal time. We just had an election. There is the threat of AI looming. There is declining viewership with social media competing for eyeballs. So it does feel like we're in a particularly transitional state at the moment.
We're here to take a look around, talk to some people, maybe score a few free drinks at some parties, and kind of fill up our cup. Start the new year with a little fresh inspirato.
And really, anybody who is here to make a living making documentaries or indie films is here. Looking for funding, looking for collaborators, present company included.
Here we are.
Walking up to Main Street where this all happens.
It's the main artery of the festival.
And everybody's walking around, kind of looking each other up and down, looking to see who's here.
See, it looks like there's a lot of people gathering outside the Shutterstock Chalet. There's the Adobe house, home of Adobe Premiere, and maybe some free hot cocoa.
Ooh, I could go for some free hot cocoa.
Here's the Disney store, all the indie shit.
All the independent artists represented. I like how every once in a while we see a guy like this here who is clearly only here to be skiing.
Click-clacking in his ski boots up Main Street.
We are passing a long line here of people waiting to see a film. Hi, what movie are you waiting to see?
It's not a movie. It's a panel, Latino panel.
Oh, there.
For emerging filmmakers.
Oh, cool. Who's on the panel? Do you know?
Luis Guzman.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
And there's gonna be speakers like Cristina Cristantini, Damian Rodriguez, Gara del Sol, Joanna Fernandez, y Sofia Camargo. And then at 3, it's From the Dream to Screen, the Indie Filmmakers Roadmap to Success.
Have you been to Sundance before?
My first time.
Really? What's your name?
Adrian.
Adrian, nice to meet you. I'm Ben.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this is my first time too, so I'm excited to be here. Yeah. Oh, look, here's a chairlift for the people who are here to ski, which is what this town is actually about.
Yeah, I think there's a gondola that we can take up to the top for free, which would be a fun way to see the town and maybe take the dock walking more.
The new heights.
Ooh, look at you.
Should we cross here?
Okay, I just want to take note of this bird up here. It is a black and white bird with a very long tail that my family and I have seen on trips to Colorado, and we refer to that bird as a tuxedo pigeon.
A tuxedo pigeon. And then here's a sign that says Birds of Park City. Oh, where are they? Bird watching zone. I'm
And
pretty
there's the tuxedo pigeon right there, which I've come to find out is actually called a magpie.
Cool. I think I like tuxedo pigeon better.
All right. Well, we'll keep our eye out for more of those, including mountain bluebird.
Mountain bluebird. That's a good looking bird. Good looking mountain bluebird.
Let's keep our eye out for the red-winged blackbird, the black-capped chickadee, and the house sparrow.
In the house. Okay. I'm keeping my eyes peeled. I like how this is, you're trying your hardest to make this a podcast about bird watching.
I don't have to try. The birds come to me.
Okay, so Sundance is important because of selling your film. And people come here as filmmakers. They apply and hope to get in because this is the premier festival in the United States where distributors come to watch films. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. It's not that simple. Obviously, you have to have sales agents, PR folks. What else do you need to do?
Well, selling a film is a lot like selling a house. And so as filmmakers, we kind of operate as architects and contractors, but there's one significant piece of the puzzle missing in comparing the film to a house, especially a spec film, which is when you build a house, you start out by buying a piece of dirt and then you build up. But when you make a film, you're on the hunt for the plot of land that this film is going to call home. And for the purposes of this drawn out analogy, that plot of land is something along the lines of a Netflix or an HBO or an international theatrical rollout. It's about distribution. And so we need a realtor, or in film festival term, you need a sales agent.
This is a solid analogy, by the way. I like this house analogy.
The thing about it is it's all in the framing.
Hey, keep going.
So we need a sales agent, right? The much heralded, oft misunderstood, but critical piece of the puzzle in any independent film sale is a sales agent. And how do you get a sales agent? Where do you find a sales agent? How can you get their attention? And how can you be first on their list of priorities at the festival? That is a complicated and serious bunch of questions that I don't know that I have the answer to.
Let's see, I made 3 features, 2 which have actually been released and got theatrical distribution we used the process you described, which is that we knew sales agents through friends. Usually our producers had an in with a top flight sales agent, and we were able to get the movie in front of them. And then based on what they consider to be their chances of success, because they get paid based on a commission, so they only need to rep films that they feel like they can sell, then they position you to get into festivals. Or I think in our case, we had already gotten into the festivals we were going to premiere and then engaged a sales agent.
Most sales agents these days won't take on a project if they don't know where the premiere is. And so I think in the old days, the olden times, you wanted to get your sales personnel on as early as possible. But the reality that I've encountered, and sounds like you have too, is that sales agents choose wisely the projects that they'll put time and effort into. And so there's no point in them joining a project until a premiere date has been set.
I think that sales agents have a harder and harder job these days.
Okay.
There are mega mergers happening. There are people watching docs less and less, even though it seems like they're watching them more and more. The eyeballs are actually quite diffuse because there's so much programming, and the sales just aren't as big as they used to be. So the sales agents have a tough job, but so do indie filmmakers. And the thing that you can really gain from coming to a festival is building the relationships that will then help you make your next film and your next and your next. And if you focus just on selling the project that you've done, I think you're doing yourself a disservice. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it's a multi-tiered and multi-pronged value to gain from the festival experiences. I do want to take note of this new soundscape we're experiencing.
I was going to say, we'd be remiss not to mention that we are walking through a tunnel right now.
This is a tunnel underneath some prospector railroad tracks, at least if the mural in the tunnel is to be believed.
And the sound is amazing.
Woo! Tunnel. Sundance. Tunnel. Sundance. All right, let's keep going. We are emerging from the tunnel.
Ooh. And yeah, it sounds quite different.
No, the festival is about more than sales. It's about more than press. It's about more than connecting with audiences. It's about more than connecting with filmmakers. It's about all those things. You know, we all dream of like the kind of bidding war, you know, at the after party at the premiere. But the reality is the sales process starts weeks before the festival. Sales agents are engaging buyers, trying to gin up interest in a big sale.
A lot of times what happens is that the decision makers don't come to the screening, but they send their other colleagues, and then so they come back and say, you have to see Keith's film. Then it takes a while for the person to see the film, or maybe they have to consider multiple films, and so then they have to have a meeting. And so all of that drags on for a lot longer than filmmakers generally like.
Right. So just like every other step of this process, you've got to have a stomach for the uncertain. You got to be comfortable in the knowing of not knowing.
Ooh, the knowing of not knowing.
I think there's a book called that. I didn't make that up.
All right, what are we doing?
Well, we're walking, we're talking, so much walking, so much talking.
Well, we are doing a lot of talking, and we are surrounded by people here at Sundance. So why don't we ask some people on the street some questions?
That is a great idea. It is also perfect timing because looking down the street, what I see walking towards us is...
Wait a minute, don't we know this guy coming at us here?
That is Frank Mosley. Frank is my partner on my new doc. Let's see what Frank has to say about Sundance. How you doing, Frank?
Hey, how you doing, Keith? What's going on?
Do you know Ben Steinbauer?
No, I don't. I was just snow treating here right now.
I'm freezing. I hate it.
I'm doing great.
So Frank, we're here at the 2025 Sundance Film Festival. Tell us how's Sundance been for you so far?
I just got off the plane and we're already having a lunch and business meeting. Have some films I'm going to see, and then a film I'm in premieres tomorrow night.
Frank, what is the what's the value of a film festival in 2025, do you think?
I got a lot of answers for that, but the one right off the bat I'll say is in-person connectivity. You know, if more than ever everything is virtual, so to be able to actually be in a space with people and connect, and I think it gives it kind of a thrill that's been missing for a while. You know?
You have any tips for first-time filmmakers who are, you know, about to send their films off to their first festival?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I would say do research on festivals. You know, not every film is right for every festival. You know, and don't be afraid of the regional fest. I think that's where the heart of indie film really lies. I mean, the first festival outside of Dallas that took one of my films was Sidewalk in Birmingham. And that was the biggest deal in the world to me, getting into that festival. I mean, it changed everything. Having a film outside of my home state, it felt like I was a real filmmaker. You know?
Right.
It's a big step.
So it's the validation.
Validation, and then also knowing that it's a long game. You just keep making stuff with your community and let the community expand, you know. Hope for the best.
Amen. I think that's great.
It's good to see you, Frank.
You too.
Frank's got a premiere here. He's an actor. He's a lead in a film premiering in the next category. What does that mean, next?
It's a category supposedly reserved for films that are boundary pushing, either in form, content, or both. And you know, you see a range of films in there that usually a little more adventurous. I wouldn't say experimental, but they definitely take some risks.
And what's the film called?
Obex, Obex.
Obex.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Look out for Obex, everybody.
Oh, look out for Obets.
Look out for Obex. All right.
Excellent. Frank,
Cool.
good to meet you, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing this.
You know, we'll see each other wandering around.
Awesome.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
See you, buddy.
See ya. Should we try and hop on one of those buses, or do you want to just walk back? I don't mind walking.
I don't mind walking. Let's get our steps in.
Excuse me. I see you have a badge on.
Oh yeah.
It tells what's going on here and what you're up to.
Just enjoying the festival, man. Having fun, you know, seeing all the movies.
Are you a filmmaker?
Yeah, but I'm just here volunteering.
Oh, you are? Oh, you're a volunteer. Okay.
What's the volunteer experience at Sundance?
Awesome, man. Everyone's really friendly and really nice. Yeah.
Really? Is this your first year?
At Sundance, yeah.
It is. Okay.
It's a lot of fun, man. You guys should see some film.
You look like you got a place to go. You're trying to get out of this.
I want to see some stuff. There you go.
What are you doing here at the festival?
I'm actually skiing and snowboarding, so.
Oh, so you're not even here to see the movies?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Is this your first time at Sundance?
Yeah.
Mine too. Awesome. How's it going for you so far?
We just got here. We just paid $60 a park, so hopefully
Hey,
it's fun.
you're here. You made it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
exactly.
Have a blast, man. Thanks a lot.
Okay, you see who I see coming up the road?
Is that Conan O'Brien?
I think that's Conan O'Brien. Let's go see if
Conan!
Look out for the ice.
Look out for the ice.
For the ice.
We will look out for the ice. Thank you.
There goes Conan O'Brien.
So tell me who you are and what you're doing here.
My name is Sarah Khaki. I'm director, producer, editor of How to Few Rocks.
And how do you pronounce your name? You look like you're...
Ahmed Reza Aini.
Okay.
I'm Iranian.
Iranian. Okay, awesome. And what film are you here with?
Cutting Through Rocks.
Oh, awesome. And tell me what the film is about.
So, Cutting Through Rocks takes place in the northwest of Iran. It's in a very patriarchal setting, but that's where we meet our lead character, who in the past, she's been a midwife and delivered 400 kids. So now the story starts with her wanting to run for a council seat.
That sounds fascinating. Yeah. And so is this your first time at Sundance?
Yes, it's our first time here.
How has the festival been for you so far?
It's good. It's very nice just talking, chatting with people, other filmmakers. And also, because we finished a film recently, so we also carry on the burden of, emotionally, the burden of finishing the film and the story that we spent 7 years of our lives there. So being here is just, for me, it's a mix of a lot of feelings of happiness, just the feeling of completion, and also a little bit maybe sadness or saying goodbye.
Right.
Pleasure.
Right. Yeah. It's like a birth. You birth it into the world, and now what happens is not up to you.
That's complete.
It's a new journey. It's a completely new journey.
What do you think about your chances of selling your documentary, the documentary market in general? What are your thoughts about that?
Well, I know, and this is something we've been told over and over again, that this is not particularly the best market. Over the past years, especially after COVID or even prior to COVID. But we made this film having that knowledge already, because for us, more than selling or buying is about telling the story.
So it's not necessarily about what happens here monetarily. It's about that you made the film and that you told the story that you want to tell, and that you get it out in the world as a gift in a way.
Yes, but we are also having this optimism that even though it took a long time to be here today, we have the feeling that it will find its audience, it will find its sales team when it's meant to.
Well, I hope it does. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Well, you guys are great. Yes, sorry. Thank you for the time. I really appreciate the time. Good luck with the premiere, and I can't wait to see the movie. Awesome. All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, so that was Mohammed Reza Aini, I think I'm saying that right, and Sarah Khaki. They are the directors and producers of Cutting Through Rocks, the Iranian film.
And what a cool way to have met them. We were literally standing in line for a cup of coffee at the Adobe house, and I went over and just struck up a conversation, and lo and behold, they're filmmakers here from Iran.
International world premiere. And I don't know what Sarah had to say about, I think we focus a lot on like what's the marketplace, but Sarah reminds us like this, first and foremost, as storytellers, our job is to get these stories out there and to connect with audiences, and that's what they're hoping happens with Cutting Through Rocks. I don't know.
And they worked on it for 10 years, and there was this kind of twinkle in their eye. They were so excited to be showing their film here and finally getting it out in the world. So to talk about it like a birth, that was really cool.
Yeah. Let's talk to some other folks.
My name is Paulius Contevas. I'm a director of photography on the film The Librarians, and we're very happy to premiere at Sundance. It's a huge, huge accomplishment. because the movie was literally finished 5 days ago.
And you're hot,
Exported.
and you're basically, I'm talking to you right after the premiere, right?
He premiered at the Ray.
Wow.
We have a huge turnout.
Like, what is it that you get out of being at a festival like Sundance?
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, I think the goal for any filmmaker is to meet other filmmakers and to collaborate with other filmmakers. We're working in a documentary world, which is underfunded. Political things are very hard to sell, especially now. Netflix, HBO, nobody wants to buy a really highly political movie. So being in a space like Sundance is like a way to connect to the rest of the world.
Well, congrats, man. This is really huge. I'm so excited to see you here. Bump into you. This is like why people come to this, this festival. Like, you live in New York. We work together on a commercial. I live in Austin. Like, we wouldn't get a chance to overlap really. And so it was amazing to see you. And you worked on the film that my buddy edited.
Yeah.
So
I love it. This is
worlds colliding.
Who are you and what are you doing here at Sundance?
My name is Angeline. I'm a social media manager for a foundation. And I'm here to document the Sundance experience for said foundation because we support independent documentary filmmaking, participatory civic media, news journalism, and things of that nature. And is the question, what are my thoughts on the state of it today?
Well, actually, you're a very interesting person to talk to because you are so plugged into social media. And I think a big part of what's challenging documentary viewership right now is social media. So how do you think social media is challenging documentary and changing it?
I think the same way that social media kind of made everyone a journalist, it enabled everyone to be a documentarian too. Not even just like cinema necessarily, just real-time coverage of events that are happening in South Korea, like there's martial law happening. People who are in the Democratic Republic of Congo talking about the way that mining for minerals is impacting their local populations. So I think anyone who has a story to tell has the means to do so along with it.
Yeah. And so that democratization of media is great on the one hand, but then on the other hand, if everybody's scrolling through TikTok and not watching longer form narratives, that also feels like there's something missing, or that's like maybe not a positive, right?
It is a trade-off. And I think that maybe the storytellers have to decide what's more important. Is it awareness? Is it a call to action? Is it considering something in a different perspective that might actually require more detailed storytelling and you flatten it in 30 seconds or 90 seconds and you don't want to go that route? I think all that's valid.
Yeah.
What are you excited about for 2025 when you look at like the landscape of what's coming, what you do for a living, and what matters to the people that you work with?
When seismic shifts happen in the social media space, I think it riles up everyone, not even just people who are creators, but people who are also consumers feel like they have a stake in the content that they're consuming and the content moderation, the policies. They're upset about the algorithm. Like everyone gets really, really in on it. And it kind of feels like, to me, like that collective effervescence when people have when there's a lottery and it's like a really, really high jackpot. It's just everyone wants to buy a ticket, even if they know they're not going to win. So that's how I feel about social media. It's like, even if you're not a content creator, like you're still in on it. You're in on the game. And I'm excited to witness that excitement.
That's a great answer.
Oh, here comes Russell Wayne Groves right here. What's up, buddy? Russell's an executive producer, done all kinds of award-winning, money-making documentaries.
How's life?
Well, we're here at the Sundance Film Festival.
What do you do?
Do you know Keith Maitland? Keith, this is
I
Russell
know
Groves.
Keith.
Sam, I've heard your name so many times, and we have a lot of friends in common, yeah.
You look like you are not wearing near the amount of layers that we are, and I'm freezing in all these
Pretty good.
So are you here to catch movies, to set meetings, to do a little fundraising, or
I
what?
never come to watch movies. I come to meet with people, talk about stuff. I'm really interested in two things in particular. What is the state of distribution and sales in this business for indies in particular, which is a disaster area in my opinion. But I'm just curious kind of where things are headed, just based upon from sales. I'm talking to Submarine, I'm talking to XYZ, I'm talking to other distributors. And then on the financing side, trying to curate what is a pathway that is a feasible pathway that mitigates risk for investors, but also curates the best approach, since you could make consistent films and not have to worry about doing a startup every single time.
Every time. That's
It's
a great way to put it.
Those are the things I'm trying to crack.
Yeah, that's a great way to say it. This is my first time ever coming to Sundance.
Really?
And I fought it. I fought it my whole career. I was a snob about it. I didn't want to come unless I had a movie here.
Okay.
And Keith and I started doing this podcast, and he convinced me,
Yeah.
the time is now. You got to put that shit away and come up here. And I have to say, so far, everything you're describing is my experience. I just getting to meet people and
I'm curious
Yeah.
to see what the fires have done to attendance. It's a tragedy, and you can't discount the fact that it's going to have some kind of material effect. I'm hopeful if there's a silver lining that people are a little bit more open and emotional and willing to talk about things, and maybe it's a little bit less crowded so you can actually have some discussions with some people. But I'm looking at it positive either way. Look.
you have to. You have to be a hopeless optimist to be in this business.
Yeah, and sometimes that's difficult to find.
Well, I did say hopeless.
Exactly. Hopelessness is certainly there.
What are you looking to get out of coming to Sundance?
We're out here in Sundance, you know, everybody's out here enjoying themselves. Unfortunately, I gotta work, but I'm glad to be here and be able to meet people like y'all and just share the good vibes with y'all on.
You do have some good vibes. Yeah.
I feel very fine.
Yeah. What are you doing right now? Like, what's your job that you're doing here?
So right now we're just facilitating parking and making sure nobody comes with their car and try to ram people over.
Thank
You
you.
know what I mean? So
Thank you for
sure.
your service. Absolutely.
But if everybody could check out my music, I'm on YouTube. Chosen Few Productions, Chosen Glory, Chosen with the Z, CHOZEN. I appreciate it. Just to give you guys a little tiny sneak peek, is something light like, why don't you? Oh, that was horrible. Try that again. Try that again. Try that again. I want a coach. I bought a coach. She wanted Birkins. Everyone said she wasn't worth it. I'm in the club twerking. She was working, made me nervous. She was lurking. She wanted Birkins. Shout out to all my homies locked up and all the people in the struggle. I feel like there's something huge going on in the world and there's an enlightening process happening. And I think if all of us together as a unit and a collective start looking at our differences and what we have in common, we can go a long ways. I feel like there's going to be a great reset, you know? So what are you guys out here doing? This is a documentary? What's that?
We're documentary filmmakers who happen to be moonlighting right now as podcasters, wandering the streets, trying not to get hit by the UPS truck.
Yeah. Look out. This guy's coming through.
And we saw you over here. I don't know. We were feeling the good vibes. Something drew us over, and I'm glad we did.
Absolutely.
Chosen Glory.
Yeah.
CHOZEN.
With $1 million smile, man. Keep smiling. All right.
All right, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
God bless you.
All right. You too.
Excuse me, sir. What is your favorite bird?
Stop. See, that guy just sailed on by.
Ooh, like he was Conan O'Brien or something. Conan O'Brien, what is your favorite bird?
Look out for the ice.
Watch out for that eagle.
Oh my goodness.
Excuse me. Hi. How's Sundance treating you?
That's great.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
We're a film here, so it couldn't be any better.
Speak to me about that film.
It's a feature film documentary about this competitive high school speech and debate tournament that is nationwide. And we followed 5 incredibly talented seniors all the way through entire school year to the final tournament that it happens every year with up to 10,000 kids.
Beautiful.
And it's an incredible experience because it really gives you hope for the future once you see that film.
Incredible.
We really need that right now.
Congratulations.
What is your role in the film? What's your name?
I was producer. I'm Christoph, and also cinematographer on it.
All
wonderful.
right.
Yeah.
I was
Cinematographer.
getting little insights into this film
Yeah.
throughout the process because our good friend Osei Esed was your composer.
Osei is the best.
He really-
Osei is the best. I did see, a bunch of cuts, obviously, but really once his music went in, it just kind of bloomed.
Yeah.
It really bloomed. It was like an unbelievable thing. Yeah.
That's
So you had a great premiere.
We had a great premiere. Yep.
What are you hoping for next? What are the next steps for Speak and for
Festivals, but also, we wanted the film to get out there because it is the film that feels so much more important than it even felt like 2 months ago. And this is kind of one of these antidotes because those kids, you can tell, college kids, students, almost they're adults, but they're 17, but they are the future and they will be fighting for it and everybody should see it.
Yeah. All right. And do you have distribution already?
Not yet. We're looking, but we had a ton of people there and people seem to really love it. So we're really, really optimistic on it.
Excellent. Optimistic. There's that word again.
He's optimistic.
Yeah.
Hey, well, since you're hitting one of our main themes, which is optimism,
Yeah.
I also need to know, Christoph,
Yeah.
what is your favorite bird?
My favorite bird, I love a blue jay. I love blue jay. I love blue and, blue.
Well, look at those beautiful blue eyes you have,
Yeah,
Christoph.
perfect. Exactly right. Perfect match, right? There we go.
What do you think? Should we do I think, after first day of Sundance, what struck with me is there's a real community vibe here in Park City, and our instinct that this would be a great way to start off the calendar year, get a little inspiration to kind of fill our cup and drive forward, I think bears out. I think we're not the only ones thinking that. It seems like everybody I spoke to was really excited and optimistic about the future.
That should be the name of this episode. Yes, hopeless optimist. You can sort of look at it either way. Are you hopeless, or are you an optimist? Or are you a hopeless optimist? And I think in order to do this work, you have to be two of those three. You have to be optimistic at minimum, hopelessly optimistic at most. And if you're hopeless, you're not going to get very far making documentaries.
Excuse me.
Is this Jessica Wolfson?
It's been 5 hours.
Hi, friend. How's it going?
Good.
Look at us in Park City.
Look at you, dock walking.
I know.
This is great. This is your first time at
This is my
Sundance.
first time at Sundance. I feel very much like I'm crashing the party. I feel like an imposter, and I really hate it.
No, you shouldn't. Just because you don't have a film here does not mean you don't have to be here. This is a community of people. You should go and schmooze.
Yeah.
But you guys are coming to my weird house party.
Where you at? I'll be on the later side.
Okay.
Can we bring some folks? Is that all right?
Please.
Yeah.
See you guys later.
Produce our podcast for us.
Okay. That was great. I do want to say, we're getting long in the day here, but I see an old friend walking down the street. I'm going to grab her and see if she'll talk to us. I don't know. Do you know Sue Kim?
I don't.
Okay, so I met Sue in 2008. We were both pretty early in our careers. She has had a phenomenal run as a producer. I know she made Hale County This Morning, The Tuba Thieves, Midnight Traveler. I think she had last year, Hidden Letters. And the thing I love about Sue more than anything is that she always tells it straight.
Great. Let's talk to her.
Yeah.
We're walking down the street, and who do I look up and see but Sue Kim, superstar in the documentary community, Sundance stalwart. Did we meet back in 2008 at the Producers Academy?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've known you forever, and that makes sense because that was basically the beginning of everything for me. Same for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sue, this is Ben Steinbauer.
Hi, Sue. So nice to meet you. I'd shake your hand, but my hand is holding a microphone.
So we're just walking around. We have a little podcast that we're trying to get started called Doc Walks, where we go on walks and talk to doc filmmakers. And here we are walking around Main Street, and we saw you, and we thought, let's talk to Sue. Is that cool?
What are we going to talk about?
Let's talk about docs.
Let's talk about documentaries. Yeah. Are you here at the Festival of the Film?
No film this year. I came because I wanted to see films.
Yeah. And has that been working out? Have you been able to see stuff?
I don't know, I schedule things too tightly, and so I haven't seen it as many films as I wanted to, but more than when I'm here with the film.
Yeah.
What have you seen that you've loved so far?
I don't know, I haven't had enough time to process because it's kind of a spectrum. I need to watch things and then think about it, and I haven't really had a chance to think about it.
Gotcha. What are you thinking about when you look at the documentary marketplace as a producer, as somebody who is working as an independent? What does the world look like for you for 2025?
I think it's a really challenging marketplace right now. I think the big funder for documentaries, we both know it's been public television.
Yeah.
And then with the new administration, all of that seems very up in the air. And so then if you look at commercial entities that may purchase or commission films, I think that they're also they're not producing the kind of films that probably you and I are making.
Yeah.
So I think it's different. It's really interesting because when I first started, people always said to me how hard it was. When people say that now, but I feel like the hard is just, it's not a measure, it's just different.
Yeah.
I think the one thing about being an indie filmmaker, I've learned to be resilient.
Yes, you have to, right? And one of the things that keeps coming up when we talk to people is the idea of being hopelessly optimistic. And that's what gets you started doing this work. And
Sue doesn't agree with that. What do you think, Sue?
I don't agree with that.
Oh, tell me why.
I think I try to have realistic goals about the things that I'm doing. Because if you don't have realistic goals, you set yourself up to fail. And I don't want to see anything I'm working on fail. So I try to be realistic and you really, look at what I'm working on and what's out there, and then really have a plan for that particular project that works for that project based on the goals of the team. So
that is spoken like a true producer.
was pragmatic as all get out, Sue.
No, but otherwise, you know, it leaves people in a place where they feel like they failed, and then it's really hard to get yourself back up.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Keith is waking up.
Well, we are about to head into this party. Sue's going to join us, so we're going to wrap it up here. But there's a million more questions I'd love to ask you. Are you planning on going to South by any chance? No.
No, I'm going to Berlin.
Oh, good for you.
Oh, that's a good
As a film goer, I have very good friends there.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, that was Sue. What did I tell you? She tells it like it is.
She tells it like it is. I feel like she slapped me in the face with some wisdom.
Well, you know, I mean, I feel like we've been talking about optimism, and most of the folks that we've talked to today, whether they're other filmmakers or old friends of ours from Austin that we bumped into here, like everybody's been in a pretty good mood. Everybody's been pretty optimistic. We've been talking about optimism. And so we slide that line to Sue. I think you said, what did you say?
You have to be a hopeless optimist to do this work.
And Sue just smacked that right back down. She said, no, you got to keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
You got to keep it real, Ben Steinbauer.
And I like her conclusion about that makes a lot of sense to me, which is that if you have inflated expectations, then you're setting yourself up for disappointment. And I can get with that. I understand what she's saying, and you know, I think it's a kind of dependent on your personality. Like, do you imagine great things and you're striving for this like kind of brighter future all the time, or are you thinking, you know, there's a sort of realistic life that this is going to have, and that way you don't set yourself up for the lows of not reaching that sort of highest high.
Well, that's the thing is you can't get hung up on the hopeless optimism, because coupled with that optimism has to come a lot of real work.
Right.
Like real decision making, real work. You're still budgeting, you're still cold calling, you're still pounding the pavement.
Yeah. And it is a lot of work, and it's a lot of time, and you have to be a force of nature. And so maybe it's, instead of hopeless, maybe it's hopeful.
Okay. Hopeful
optimist.
Hopeful optimist, yeah. I don't know. Sue is pragmatic, and she is focused optimist.
Hopeful pragmatist.
Folkmatist. We are not sure what you have to be, but I know that Ben is cold.
I'm freezing. Can we please go inside?
And so this has been the Doc Walks live at Sundance experience. Tomorrow is day 2. We've got some interviews lined up. I'm hoping maybe we could see a movie.
No, we're not here for movies. We're here to walk and dock.
That's right. All right. Doc walking the day away into the night for Ben Steinbauer. I'm Keith Maitland.
Easy for you to say.
All right.
All right.
Next time.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
All right.
Okay, so that was the thing that we told you it was.
We told you where we would be, and that's where we went.
And we did that thing. So now we're saying thank you guys for listening. We hope you have a happy new year coming up.
That's right.
We are going to have a happy new year. I'm going to be somewhere in the hill country. I don't even know where exactly. Where are you going to be doing for New Year's? See, we don't know what we're doing. We hope you guys know what you're doing. Wherever you are.
Make it up as you go along. That's my motto.
I think if there's one thing they've learned from listening to Doc Walks, they know that we're making it up as we go.
I want to send a shout out to my friend Sam Klett, who gave me this awesome hat. I want to say thank you to all the good, kind folks at Go Valley and the Bear who supported us this year.
Absolutely.
Made these episodes. I want to say what's up to our pals Amy Bench and Sally O'Grady, who were our roommates during the Sundance taping episode.
That's right. They were there at the very beginning.
And I want to thank you, the Doc Walks listeners, for sticking with us. It's been a year. Next year will be another one.
That's right. And I want to give a quick shout out to our first sponsor, because that was a big deal for us. We got our first sponsorship from the long time and Jack Sanders. We are very grateful for that. So
it's been a good year. We did our year in review already 2 episodes back. If you didn't catch it, go check it out. And then we'll do more of these things. We'll keep doing them.
We're going to keep doing them.
What should we do next?
Next time on Doc Walks, we have Louie and Andy, who are here from New York. They are a documentary duo, filmmaking duo, who have been together for 50 years.
It's Louie Alvarez and Andy Coker. You heard mention of them way back on the Paul Steckler episode of Doc Walks.
That's right.
These guys are frequent collaborators with Dr. Paul Steckler. but lifetime collaborators with each other.
That's right. And they make comedic documentaries about very serious topics. And so I am excited to talk with them about how they have been able to make a career out of doing that. And we walk all around the UT campus, and I have a great time connecting with those guys. And I hope you enjoy listening to the episode. So stick around for that.
Stick around for Andy and Louie, and what's to come after that is a cavalcade of more fiction and nonfiction storytellers walking and talking, docking from here to Sundance and back.
That's right. My friend Keith Maitland.
With my pal, Ben Timebauer, and working silently behind the scenes.
Dayton Thompson.
Dayton.
Big shout out to Dayton. Thank you for all you do for us. And thank you to you guys for listening. We will see you next year.
Docwalks is presented, directed, created, edited by myself and this guy.
Hello.
We couldn't do it without co-producer Dayton Thompson.
No, we
who
couldn't. Thank you, Dayton.
Continues to knock it out of the park. Thank you, Dayton. And thanks to the folks at the Bear.
The folks at Go Valley, we have a team of interns that are working hard for us.
And thank you for sticking around. If you're still here, you're a diehard and we appreciate you. We'll catch you next time
on Docwalks. Follow us at Docwalks Pod on Instagram, X, and YouTube.